All right, guys. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, only because this is my hometown. And I am 32 years old, born and raised here in Baytown. Moved to College Station for a little bit, but ultimately came back, and this is where I choose to do my business. Right, whether it's here in Baytown, which Baytown does sit about 20 minutes to the east of Houston. So you go over this big, beautiful bridge. That's the Fred Hartman Bridge, and you're in downtown Houston about 15 to 20 minutes. Go the other way, and we'll get to that other side of town. That's Mount Bellevue, where you'll see a lot of my other videos. And then just to the north of us is going to be Crosby. So that's Baytown, kind of general location. Right, there's two airports here in Houston, which are both about 30 minutes away. But there's tons of stuff to do here in town, whether that's outdoor events, lots of food. We have an upcoming mall, which we'll get some pictures of here shortly. It is windy outside today, so I apologize for some audio troubles. But this is our newest art installation, which for some reason Baytown has a whole bunch of art. We are here at O'Neill's on the Water. They are a great little bar and grill. And then just in behind you, I guess, is our Hyatt Regency, which is our newest big fancy hotel and convention center. So they have different stuff here. I don't know, I get phone calls for flight plans or some time for it. I don't really know what they're doing here. But it is Baytown's newest fancy thing. With the mall upcoming soon, which we are going to go check out that mall here shortly. Today we are going to, of course, view this beautiful new sign. Got our Fred Hartman Bridge in the back. I'm going to show you where the mall's at. I'm going to show you a couple of the different neighborhoods in Baytown. Certainly not an all-inclusive video by any means, but we are, I don't know, 100,000 people probably, if you include kids and everybody else in the population. A lot of people here. Got 5 high schools, 6 junior highs, and about 52 elementary schools. Not that many, but there's a lot. Baytown is growing ever so rapidly, as you'll see in the playlist of Baytown. There are a ton of new construction neighborhoods coming in. I know Lennar's got a new development that's, I don't know, a few thousand more houses that's supposed to go in the next year or so. But this is Baytown. So glad to show you around, and if you have any questions, of course, leave a comment down below. All right, so I did want to have an honorable mention here in the video. We got a Buc-ee's in Baytown, and if you are not familiar, it is a, I don't know, gas station on steroids type of situation. They've got all kind of fancy food, whether it's hot cooked meals or your favorite beaver nuggets. Buc-ee's in Baytown. Growing up, always went to Buc-ee's in Luling every road trip we took up to the hill country. And now we got one here at home, which is dangerous because they got good everything. All right, so we have made it over to the San Jacinto Marketplace. As you can see, they are under construction, of course. I don't think it'll be done for at least another, I don't know, year. That's just getting started. There's going to be a Sam's Club, there's going to be a Barnes & Noble, and then some other little shopping places that you can check out. Time will tell what actually comes from here. Got some construction guys over there yelling at me. And then, of course, we've got Mizuki, which is our brand new sushi place in town, took over where Hooters used to be. We've been there 3 times and it's been open a week, so highly recommend Mizuki. But I will show y'all up in the sky an overview of what's happening here. But what's going to be directly in front of us here, of course, is going to be Sam's, and then it's a big outdoor marketplace. If you're familiar with the Baybrook area, that's the future goal, but you know, well, time will tell. So keep an eye out for updates on that. But they got lots of big machinery moving stuff around, and we're looking forward to seeing what they make happen out here. Guys, we are in the Springfield subdivision. Now, this is the original new neighborhood from whenever I was little. It's got this awesome lake in the middle on both sides. Right, so there's 2 big lakes. All the properties that surround it have the metal fences. Lots of ducks wandering around. All right, we got playgrounds. I believe there's one here and then one on the far side. This is the central Baytown area. They do have a ton of new construction, and I believe I've already done some videos on a few of them just to the north of us. But when most people come to Baytown, this is where they end up because it is central to everything. It has the highest turnover as far as shortest amount of time that somebody lives here, because a lot of people move to this area. They buy one of these great houses, property values are pretty stable here. So it makes a nice little cushion if it's your first home. Highly recommend Springfield subdivision for your first home in Baytown. If you have any questions about this specific neighborhood, of course, leave the questions down below, and I'd be happy to show you some properties around here. And then we are going to jump over to a new neighborhood. So you like the idea of being in the central area of Baytown, right? This is the new subdivision, right? This is Bay Creek by Castle Rock. Also in the neighborhood has Pulte Homes. All the way at the back, there's a few different parks and a big old pond back there. This area puts a pond in because they use it as their retention pond. They got to make sure that all your homes are safe from water damage. So that's what they're there for. Now, just across the street is the one of the 5 high schools that's here in Baytown. That one is Goose Creek Memorial. They're probably on the north middle here. But anyway, Goose Creek Memorial. All right, these are the new construction options right here on the north side across the school. Right, all the way on the other side is going to be a bunch of Lennar different places. Lennar specific, that is an option as well. But cool, we're gonna jump over to the next neighborhood. All right, I am actually here at my church, right? This is Second Baytown here in Baytown. We are on North Main, which if you look at a map, right, Garth Road is one that we covered in my video about a year ago, but North Main is the real secret passageway through all of Baytown, right? You can take North Main all the way, it's parallel to Garth the whole way through town. So when there's all kinds of congestion, right now at 4 o'clock, you take North Main, you avoid 90% of the traffic, and then you can still get where you're trying to go. But wanted to point out, we are at my church. There are services 3 times each Sunday, 8:30, 10 o'clock, and 11:30. And if you've been looking for a church home, love to see you there. I'll save you a seat. So we have made it over to the entire other side of town. This is the intersection of 146 and Massey Tompkins. Now, Massey Tompkins is the middle of the street. If you took Garth and Massey Tompkins, it cuts Baytown into 4 quadrants. So we're right here on the other side. And this is one of the local bars that's been here for about 200,000 years. One of my cousins was a bartender there for, I don't know, 10, 15 years. And then where I'm standing right now, my last vehicle actually got put through this building, parked right about where I'm standing because somebody drove through that intersection and plowed into it. So that was fun. But I just really want to show y'all how big Baytown is. So pretty much every location that you've seen on this video today, it's been about a 20-minute drive from the next. So we are just a massive town, 100,000 people, 10 minutes on I-10 and you'd be all the way through it and you'd miss it. But there's a lot here, a lot of options, a lot of new construction, a lot of resale houses. It's a great place to be. And if you have any questions about anything you've seen so far or want any specifics of any neighborhoods you've heard about, I'd love to hear it in the comments down below. We'll see you at the next one. All right, so we have made it to the furthest side of town. This is as far east as Baytown goes. There's one neighborhood down this street called South Winds. New construction neighborhood. Started building 5 years ago. Nice houses. But I'm going to talk about Pinehurst. So Pinehurst is where I bought my first home here in Baytown back 9 years ago. And we paid $165,000 for it. And that same house today is worth $330,000. So that's just the market that has bloomed out here. But Pinehurst is a wonderful neighborhood if you are looking to come to this area. It is one of my favorites. If I had to move from where I'm at now, I'd come back here in a heartbeat. Got our fire station, one of the many in Baytown, right at the front of the neighborhood. Helps with your insurance costs, so that's cool. And just personal preference, really. This is as far east as you get. As you'll notice right now, there's all kind of traffic lining up. This is the rush hour part of the day. That's one of the biggest downsides to this is because we are on this main street. So sometimes it's a little bit of a pain in the behind at the end of the day. But the neighborhood's fantastic. So if you're looking for an older home, Pinehurst is definitely something to consider. And then again, right around the corner, South Winds. I'm not even going to go there, but it is one of the newer ones kind of in the area if you'd rather a newer home. All right, we have made it as far east and as far north as Baytown takes you. We have, of course, Walmart, Buc-ee, which is like a bowling alley, I don't know, fun place. got a bowling alley and a movie theater and all that kind of fun crap. But this is as far north and as far east as you go. You go down this way and you get into Mont Bellevue. Straight down that way, about 20 minutes, you're in Baytown the whole way, and then of course into Houston, and then north takes you to Dayton. So I hope you've really gotten a layout of the area. There's a few neighborhoods that I showed you, but of course there's hundreds and hundreds more. So if you have questions about wanting to move to this area, I would of course love to help you out. Again, thanks so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I know this is a little bit different video than you might be used to seeing. But it is important to have a good layout of the area. If you're moving in from out of town, I'd love to take you on a tour of the area. Of course, just reach out down below, same as with any other questions. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and we will see you on the next one.